Nelson Mandela was born in South Africa in 1918. His real name was Rolihlahla, which means pulling the branch of a tree, or troublemaker. He was born in a small village called Mavezo. Nelson's father was a leader in the village. He helped solve problems between people. Nelson loved to listen to his father talk. He learned about leadership and respect. When Nelson was 9 years old, his father died. Nelson felt very sad. After that, he went to live with a chief of another village. The chief was kind and helped Nelson go to school. When Nelson went to school, his teacher gave him a new name. She called him Nelson. This was a common practice at that time. Many African children were given English names. Nelson was a smart student. He liked to read and learn. He worked hard in school and later went to college. But Nelson also asked questions. He wanted to know why life was unfair for black people in South Africa. In South Africa, white people had more rights than black people. White people had better schools, better jobs, and more land. Black people had to carry passbooks and could not live where they wanted. This was called apartheid, a system of unfair laws. Nelson Mandela wanted to change this. He joined a group called the African National Congress, ANC. The ANC wanted freedom for all people, black and white. They wanted to end apartheid. At first, the ANC used peaceful ways to fight. They held meetings, marched in the streets, and spoke to the people. Mandela became a strong voice. He was brave and spoke with power, but the government did not like this. They arrested many leaders. They used police to stop protests. Mandela and others were often in danger. After many peaceful protests failed, Nelson and the ANC decided to try a different way. They created a group to fight against the government. They did not hurt people, but they destroyed buildings and things the government used. The government said Nelson was a criminal. In 1962, they caught him and put him in jail. 2 years later, he and his friends were put on trial. They were found guilty and sent to prison for life. Nelson Mandela went to a prison called Robben Island. It was a cold, hard place. He had to work every day, breaking stones. The guards were mean. The food was bad, but Nelson did not give up. Nelson stayed in prison for 27 years. That is a very long time, but he stayed strong. He read books, studied, and helped teach other prisoners. Even in jail, he was a leader. He gave people hope. People outside the prison also did not forget him. All over the world, people said, "Free Nelson Mandela." They knew he was fighting for justice. The South African government began to feel pressure. More and more people wanted change. The world was watching. In 1990, something amazing happened. Nelson Mandela was finally set free. He walked out of prison with a smile and a fist in the air. The people cheered. They had waited many years for this moment. Mandela spoke to the people. He said he did not hate anyone. He wanted peace between black and white people. He wanted a free South Africa for all. 4 years later, in 1994, South Africa had its first free election. All people, black and white, could vote. Nelson Mandela was chosen as the first black president of South Africa. As president, Mandela worked for peace. He helped bring people together. He said, "Let us build a new nation." He showed kindness even to those who had hurt him. He only stayed president for 1 term. After that, he stepped down, but he was still a hero to many. People around the world respected him. He received many awards, including the Nobel Peace Prize. He used his fame to help others. He worked to stop poverty and disease. Nelson Mandela died in 2013. He was 95 years old. The world cried, but they also remembered his strong heart. Mandela showed that one person can make a big difference. He taught us to fight for justice with peace. He taught us to forgive and to move forward. Today, children learn his name. Streets and schools are named after him. His story is told in many books and movies. Nelson Mandela is remembered as a great leader, a leader who gave his life for freedom and who showed love even when he was treated badly. Nelson Mandela's story teaches us that we should not be afraid to stand up for what is right. Peace is better than hate. Patience and hope can bring big change. One person can help change the world. If you enjoyed this story and want to hear more inspiring English stories, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a new video.